Hey guys, it's Catherine from theblissfulmind.com, and today I want to talk all about how you can connect with yourself and other people more in 2018. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today, like I said, I want to talk all about connection and connecting more with yourself and other people this year. Now, this is something that I am working on for this year, and I'll tell you more about that and what it means to me. And I also want to talk about why it's important, why connection is such an important thing and a focus word that you can use throughout the year. So I don't know about you guys, but I love to set a word for the year. And I talked about this in my latest video with Catherine about setting goals for the new year without getting stressed out about them. And I suggested coming up with a word for the year to help you kind of guide your goals and your intentions for the year. And so my word for the year is connection. And I even have it written right here on this little card that I got from cultivatewhatmatters.com. And I want to talk about why it's my word and how, if you want to connect more too, you can. It started off my word, I wanted to use community as my word because I really want to create more of like I don't know, just like a community around my blog. And I also want to get more involved with my local community here in Seattle because I've just been feeling a little bit disconnected and I want to get in touch with more people. But then I was thinking about it too, and I was like, okay, community is a great word, but I don't know if it's fully what I want to make happen. I was kind of feeling just a little bit like unsure about whether that was the word that I wanted to use. And so I thought, well, what does community mean? And to me, it means like a group of people who come together around something that they have in common. And really what I want to feel for this year is not to feel so alone, I guess. Not that I do feel alone often, but I really, really want to create those connections in my life where you know, like those people who just get you and they understand you. I really want more of that in my life. And that's not to say that I don't have those people already, but I really want to just meet my people this year. And so I was thinking about, well, what do I need to do in order to make that happen? And a lot of it also comes down to just like being connected to myself and knowing who I am as a person and what my passions are, and putting myself out there too in order to meet those people and to make those connections. So what I ended up doing was choosing the word connection for the year, and then I actually ended up breaking it down into like 4 different words. So the first word is community, like I talked about. And to me, community is about creating a space where people can come together and share common interests and all that. And so whether that's me creating some kind of community feel around the Blissful Mind and the blog. If you didn't know I have a blog, it's theblissfulmind.com. That's where I post every single week, and also get involved more in Seattle and go to events that are relative or, you know, related to what I do around like wellness or mindfulness and all that kind of stuff, and just finding other people who are interested in that too. And I thought, what else do I need to feel connected? And the word that came up for me was conversation. And also communication. I think they go hand in hand, but I was thinking I really want to have those conversations with people that are deep and meaningful and not surface level. I hate surface level conversations. It just, I know it's really hard though, because when you meet somebody new, it's like you're not necessarily going to dive in with the deep questions because then they're going to think you're weird. But if I can, I guess, break out of my shell a little bit more and be more willing to have those deep conversations with people, it'll bring a lot more fulfillment to my life this year. And also in terms of communication, like being better about being in touch with the friends I have now and my family, and just like being better at communicating and still keeping up those relationships that I already have. I also added into the mix the word compassion. I like to consider myself to be not a super judgmental person. Like I'm pretty accepting of a lot of people, but there are definitely situations where I judge people before I get to know them, and I do it a lot with like people who later become my friends. And I've noticed that I do it in my life, like thinking that somebody is not my kind of person, or not really understanding them, and then later ending up becoming really good friends with them. So just being more open-minded and being compassionate towards people, and also compassionate towards myself, and giving myself grace for, you know, I put a lot of pressure on myself to be perfect or, you know, have things go the way that I plan them in my head, but it's important to also realize that nobody can be perfect, and you have to look at what you're good at and appreciate what you've done and not feel like you're not moving forward just because you feel the need to be perfect. So I'm really wanting to be more compassionate towards myself and others this year. So the last word that I thought about was contemplation. And I am using that word to mean kind of like self-reflection and time to be alone, to really prioritize self-care and just get in touch with myself more, whether that's through journaling and making that a more regular thing. And because I love journaling, but it tends to be a little bit sporadic for me, and I only really write in it if I'm really feeling a struggle. But like, to keep up doing it daily, because it's something that you can look back on, and honestly writing just helps me to figure out things all the time. So I want to do more of that, and, you know, meditate and practice yoga and just do things where I can just contemplate life and just connect with myself more. That's why I chose that word. Okay, so these are all things that I am doing to feel more connected with myself and others this year. And if you're looking to do the same, I would totally encourage you to think about, like, how can you build more community in your life? How can you have those deep and meaningful conversations? How can you be more compassionate towards yourself and others? And also, how can you spend time contemplating more, or just, you know, spending quiet time alone in reflection and figuring out things, self-discovery, all that kind of stuff. Those are the things I'm working on, and I think if you take a look at them too, it can help you connect more with yourself and others this year. I hope this video has given you guys something to think about a little bit. I know it was kind of random and I'm just sharing what I'm focusing on this year, but I think if you are looking for more connection in your life, then this could be a good place to start. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love to post videos all about self-care, mindfulness, and productivity, and I would love to know too what kind of videos you guys would like to see next, because sometimes I really don't know what to post. So please leave any suggestions in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!